Greetings, my lords and my ladies. Welcome to another episode of Chronicles of the Immortals, where we uncover stories of our beloved heroes. And tonight, I will tell you the tale of the Lord of the Sacred Land, Anubis. Gods of the sea, of the sky, of thunder, they often command attention with their raw, world-shaking power. But what about the God who commands the one journey every single soul must take? The God who doesn't rule the world of the living, but the truth that lies beyond it. Today we venture into the silent, shifting sands of ancient Egypt to meet the divine guardian of the dead, the master of rituals, the one who weighs the very heart of your soul. This is the story of Anubis. Before Osiris rose to become the king of the afterlife, it was Anubis who held dominion. His name in ancient Egyptian, Inpu, means to decay, a blunt and honest reflection of his domain. He was the guardian of necropolises, the lord of the sacred land, the desert land where the dead were buried. His unique form is instantly recognizable, the powerful body of a man, crowned with the head of a black jackal or a wild dog. This wasn't a random choice. The Egyptians observed jackals prowling the edges of the desert, near the cemeteries where the dead were laid to rest. They saw these clever, resilient creatures as protectors of the dead from scavengers. So, who better to embody the ultimate protector than the god who took the form of the very animal that watched over the graves? The black color of his skin symbolizes the fertility of the Nile's black soil after the flood, rebirth, and the discoloration of the corpse after embalming, a process he himself was said to have invented. Anubis's most famous role comes in the myth of Osiris. When Osiris was murdered and dismembered by his brother Set, it was Anubis who invented the practice of mummification. He expertly embalmed the body of Osiris, wrapping him in linen bandages and creating the first mummy, allowing Osiris to be reborn as the ruler of the afterlife. This act made Anubis the patron god of embalmers. Priests performing mummification rituals would often wear jackal-headed masks to channel his divine power and precision. But his role didn't end with preservation. It culminated in the ultimate judgment. The most pivotal moment in the Egyptian afterlife was the weighing of the heart. The deceased would be led by Anubis into the hall of judgment. There, the heart of the deceased, the seat of the soul and mortality, was placed on a scale balanced against the feather of Ma'at, representing truth and cosmic order. With meticulous care, Anubis would oversee this delicate balance. If the heart was as light as the feather, the soul was granted eternal life. But if the heart was heavy with sin, it would be devoured by the monstrous Amit, the devourer of the dead, resulting in the second, final death. Anubis was not a god to be feared, but one to be respected. He was a guide, a protector, and a just judge. His presence permeated death rituals for millennia, offering Egyptians the hope of a safe passage and a fair trial. From the grandest pharaoh's tomb to the simplest citizen's grave, Anubis was there. And his legacy stretches far beyond the sands of Egypt. The Greeks and Romans associated him with their own gods, like Hermes. Today he remains one of the most iconic figures of the ancient world, a symbol of the mystery and solemnity of death. He appears in modern movies, video games and literature, forever the guardian at the threshold. He represents our ancient, universal desire for justice after death, and the hope that our journey's end is not a terrifying void, but a measured and sacred transition. So, while he may not wield a trident or a thunderbolt, the power of Anubis is perhaps more profound. He is the master of the final rite of passage. He is the solemn guardian who ensures that the journey into the unknown is governed by order, ritual, and the ultimate measure of a life well lived. The weight of a truthful heart. He is Anubis, and his watchful eyes have guided millions of their final sacred journey. Thank you for watching and see you again in the Infinity Kingdom. Bye bye.